Fringe Festival season is now kicking off across the country. This year, the Pansy Craze is the exciting new musical set to open the Toronto Fringe Festival, Here to talk about the show is the creator and playwright, Avery Jean Brennan, and director, Dustin George. You guys, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So this is a very exciting new musical, and it's set to make a big splash, and I get a lot of people talking. But first, Dustin, set the scene for us. What was the Pansy Craze?
Yeah, so the Pansy Craze happened in the early 30s during Prohibition, where the clubs brought in queer performers, so cross-dressers, anything that would bring people in when there was no booze being sold. And then as soon as Prohibition lifted, the acts weren't accepted. And so booze came in and the acts got kicked out. And so during the time when they were accepted, there was a lot of, they went to the parties and they hung out with high-class people and they were at the talk of the town. And just the switch was so quick.
So quick and so devastating, I think, for a large group of people. Avery, for you, is that part of why the story was so important for you to tell?
Absolutely. A lot of the results that came out at the end of that was all these people lost their jobs, they got arrested, they got beaten, they got killed, committed suicide. And I think right now there's a lot of time in today's media where people who are trans or people who are queer get sensationalized by the media and then tossed aside at the end of whatever project they're working on. And so I felt there's a lot of connections in that sense.
With this cast and crew, there's a really special and unique quality to every single person who's part of the project. Dustin, can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so when we went to cast, we looked for people that felt that they didn't have a voice or their voice wasn't being heard in the theater community. And so we opened our audition room to those people and heard those stories. And then bringing them into the workroom, we talked to them about their experience as queer people or marginalized people and how it affected them and what story we want to tell going forward.
And their ability to work. We were just talking about this on the show yesterday. We need producers and directors and casting directors to be on board with casting people who are part of the LGBTQ2 community in not just roles that are identifying within that community, but in all roles. We need places for these people, for you guys, for your whole community. Avery, in terms of gender identity, is this play asking what is womanhood or what is manhood, or is it saying there is no easy answer, that it's much more fluid than we'd like it, than we've said it is?
Absolutely. It definitely asks the question of what does it mean to be a woman? What does it mean to be a man? And then also at the same time, why does it matter?
Yeah.
Why does it matter?
Why does it have to matter? And why can't we explore all the many different things that are in between those two sides of gender?
When it comes to the play and to the musical, Dustin, what are some of the biggest challenges you've faced?
I think from the start, even from auditions, we faced adversity from even in our own community, where people don't understand or they think that we're taking advantage of something, or they don't know Avery and they don't know her story. And people are so quick to get defensive. And we're not trying to tell everyone's story. We're trying to tell Jeannie's story, we're trying to tell Charlie's story, the characters' stories, we're trying to tell Avery's story, we're not telling everyone's story. And we're hoping that just one person in the audience watches it and that's their story too, and we can make the change through that. We haven't even felt adversity from people that aren't queer or outside the community yet. That might come, hopefully it doesn't, hopefully we're welcomed with open arms, but that's probably our biggest challenge.
Avery, you alluded earlier in our interview just about the fact that what happened in the 30s is still present today.
Absolutely.
How do you feel going into opening night tomorrow?
I feel so excited going into opening night tomorrow. I think today watching things in Hollywood where trans roles are being given to cisgender actors and we don't even get the opportunities to tell our story has affected me a lot and has made me almost think that I didn't have a place in this industry. And so to have the opportunity to tell this story and to have, I'm not even the only trans person in the room. In fact, there's 4 of us in this show who get to work together and tell this story, and knowing that, there is a place for us. It's very reassuring, and I'm really excited to be able to share that with other people and hopefully inspire other artists like myself to know that there is space for us if we ask for it and if we make it for ourselves.
And you fight for it.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you
Thank
two.
you. Thank
you very much.
Congratulations to the team and break a leg tomorrow.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you
us.
so much.
So the 30th Toronto Fringe Festival kicks off this week. It runs until July 15th. For more information on the Pansy Craze, you just have to head to our website, yourmorning.ca.